Recently, I made a video about the disastrous AFC divisional game between the Bengals and the Bills from 1981, which included someone entering Riverfront Stadium with a gun and successfully robbing a concession stand of over $10,000. If you want to check that out, it's in the upper right corner. And recently, I made a video about the time that the Raiders had to ban alcohol from the LA Memorial Coliseum for one game after a pattern of unruly fan behavior, including one Raider fan beating up a Steeler fan so badly that he wound up in ICU and went deaf. If you want to watch that, it's in the upper right corner. So what happens when you combine those two videos? What happens when you have a Raider fan who tries to bring a gun into a stadium and succeeds to some extent? You get Super Bowl XVIII. On January 22, 1984, the Raiders took on Washington in the Super Bowl. Washington was looking for their second straight title, having won Super Bowl XVII over the Miami Dolphins the year before, and the Raiders were looking to win their third title in franchise history and their first since moving to Los Angeles. With this being the first Super Bowl ever played in Tampa Bay, and with the Super Bowl being a pop culture phenomenon at this point, the game was sold out. People who didn't have tickets tried to get into the stadium primarily through one of two ways. The first was bribing the people working the gates. One person approached a woman working the turnstiles and offered $1,000 to get into the game, which comes out to around $2,500 today. The second? Fence hopping. By the press gate at Tampa Stadium, there was a 15-foot wall. The stadium was being guarded by over 250 off-duty officers from the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Department, as well as the SWAT team from the city of Tampa, and a bunch of other guards as well. As one writer put it, the stadium itself was being guarded like a vault. But if you could scale the fence and get around all those guards, you were in, and you had a free ticket to the Super Bowl. A few fans tried it, and one Raider fan was momentarily successful in his quest. Super Bowl XVIII started at 4:50 Eastern Time. I made a video about why the Super Bowl starts late in the day if you want to check that out. At 2:35, just over 2 hours before the game, one Raider fan saw his opportunity. With people filing into the stadium, if he could scale the fence and then make himself blend in with the crowd, he was good. All things considered, it's not a bad strategy, as one Tampa Police Department officer even admitted that some people who tried this out will be successful. Except this Raider fan was carrying a .32 caliber pistol with him. The Raider fan, who was unidentified, scaled the 15-foot wall and with the weapon was able to get into Tampa Stadium. Fortunately, he wasn't in there for long, because roughly 50 feet from where he landed, he was chased and tackled by officers, and during the chase, the pistol fell from his pocket. There's no information about who this man was or what happened afterwards, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he got arrested and wasn't able to watch the game. Obviously, this could have been a disaster for Tampa Stadium, which already had somewhat of a reputation from a security standpoint after a Led Zeppelin concert in 1977, where a riot broke out and police officers had to use tear gas. I don't know if the Raider fan had any intentions of bringing his pistol into the stadium, but who knows whether anything would have happened or if the man would have fired. Fortunately, nothing happened, and this story is just a footnote in the history of that Super Bowl, which the Raiders wound up winning 38-9. The moral of the story? If you want to go to the Super Bowl, just buy a ticket. And if you're going to try to enter the venue without one, don't bring a gun with you.